Hi Marisol, nice to meet you. Ciao, I'm Sonia.
Ciao, molto piacere. Ciao.
I loved your character. She's in charge, but she has a gentle touch, you know? So, do you think she is the perfect reflection of our time?
Wow. I mean, that'd be a lot of pressure. Um,
No
I think
pressure.
no pressure. Just represent every female out there. Um, um, I just did the best that I could with the knowledge that I have of that world. I am very proud of the performance. I'm proud of the writing and what they let me do and how she is written. And I do believe that you can, of course, you can be a tough female in a leadership role, but also have compassion because that's what makes us women. And that's what sets us apart from men. And I love that this character could embrace both sides of that.
So, and Chris and Darren said this is an horror movie, but it's also more than a thriller. And they took the inspiration from old movies, old characters. So, where did you get the inspiration for your character?
For my character in general, I got it from sort of experiences that I've had with law enforcement. I'm very good friends with a lot of people in that field. And I've come across, real life horrific criminals face to face and had to see that. So, and deal with that. And so I understand a lot about that world and the challenges that brings. I drew it from what I know, to be completely honest.
How was the balance on the set? You know, because Chris said that he wants to make an horror movie, but also with a touch of comedy and everything. So, how was to keep the balance between these two themes?
It's a great question, and you're absolutely right. There was a balance. And I think without that balance, it's too much. And so I thought it was so intelligent that he realized, hey guys, you can do this. You can add humor into an incredibly suspenseful thriller and it'll work. And I was absolutely on board with that. And he was so correct. And I think it works so well in the film. And on the set, it was the same thing. We'll film these high stakes scenes and horrific scenes or really angry and challenging scenes, and then cut and then laugh for 20 minutes. So I love that balance, and I thought it was perfect both on screen and off.
What makes you say yes to put your hands back on the Soul saga? I think it was Chris Rock.
You're 100% correct. Knowing that Chris was involved and Chris was not only going to help write and produce but star in it was such an opportunity for me, and I think for the franchise. And I knew that it would immediately reinvigorate it. And so I was a part of it in the very beginning, where I think I helped kind of steer it. And I saw the opportunity to come back and do the exact same thing again. So I leapt at the chance.
But the structure of the movie is pretty different from the saga. I mean, it's more than a thriller than horror. I mean, it's still terrifying me because I hate horror movies. So thank you. But can you tell me more about this choice?
Yeah, I think that when you have someone like Chris Rock and Max Minghella and Marisol and Samuel Jackson, that's the biggest cast we've ever had. You wanted to bring in a whole other audience. And I think that a lot of people have unfairly put the Saw franchise in that torture porn kind of subgenre. So we really wanted to make this feel bigger and more commercial. As I've gotten older and had kids and been married, I'm much more of a thriller fan. So I think all of us kind of hit that direction of we wanted to balance the movie out as more of a thriller film with these really poignant moments of levity that Chris Rock brought in. So yeah, it was definitely an intention to make it more of a thriller. I mean, obviously there is violence, there's blood in it, but I would say it's much more of a police procedural Seven-esque thriller than it is a straight horror film.
How beautiful is it to be able to say again, I have a movie coming out to the cinema, or let's go to the movies after all this?
It's insane. I mean, the fact that the movie was supposed to come out a year ago and it was held, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel with the vaccines. So it is so exciting that audiences get to go back in the theaters and see it the way it was meant to be seen, which is big, loud surround sound on that massive screen. So I could not be more excited to usher the audiences back in the theaters.